Let's go over my top 5 favorite rare cards from Avatar The Last Airbender main set only. Number 5, Avatar's Wrath is 2 white white for a sorcery. Choose up to 1 target creature, then airbend all other creatures. Until your next turn, your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Exile Avatar's Wrath. So this is a Wrath in the way that it clears up the board. However, it doesn't destroy all the creatures, so your opponents can cast them later on. They just have to go and wait a turn cycle. It also makes it that they have to wait a turn cycle to go and cast their commander. I like this a lot because it leaves you with the only body on the battlefield and your opponents have to play fairly. Number 4 is Firebender Ascension. It's a 2-mana enchantment in red that when it enters, you create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. And whenever a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, you put a quest counter on it, and then when it has 4 more quest counters, you copy that ability and choose new targets for the copy. Copying attack triggers is very strong. You know that if you've played Isshin or Roaming Throne, that just copies all triggers. I love this because one of my favorite commanders to play is Lelia. So when I attack with her, I get to exile 2 cards instead of just 1. Perfect. Number 3 is Airbender Ascension. It's a 2-mana white enchantment that when it enters, you airbend up to 1 target creature. And whenever a creature you control enters, you put a quest counter on this. At the beginning of your end step, if it has 4 or more quest counters, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. What's great about this is it's any creature, so token decks take really great advantage of this, and it's pretty much building your own Conjurer's Closet for a lot cheaper. Number 2 is the Last Agni Kai, 2-mana, mono red instant that target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage, you add that much red mana. And until end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Fight spells in red are always good, especially if you're playing a Gruul deck because your green creatures are typically going to be bigger than the other creatures on the battlefield. However, yet again, one of my favorite decks, Lelia, she could go and become 10 or more power quite easily. This is going to go and act as a ritual, as a mana geyser for me, for only 2 mana. Perfect. And finally, if you haven't been able to tell so far on my channel, I love board wipes. I love anything that controls the board in any way. So my favorite spell is Day of Black Sun. X black black for a sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. The fact that this gets around indestructible, hexproof, ward, all those different abilities is beautiful. Plus, you get to decide what X is.